Very good afternoon, respected dignitaries, esteemed scientists, fellow entrepreneurs, and my dear farmer friends. Uh, First of all, I'm very much honored and thankful to the organizers to give me the opportunity to be here with you and share uh, a journey which began with a very small, simple belief that India's future lies in its fruits. As soon as I completed my PhD in 2012, I got appointed as an assistant professor from my college where I studied my master's, and I joined there for 4 years. And after that, I thought that we keep on evolving. Like what exactly? I'm a PhD in floriculture basically, but then when I started going to the fields and started working with the farmers and all, so many changes occurred. And then I started working with the fruits and other things. So in 2017, I joined Tata Chemicals Limited. I went there and we worked on the customized water soluble solutions for fruits and all other crops. And I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So in 2019, I thought it was almost late 30s, so it was time to take charge of the life. So in 2019, I quit from that job and I started my entrepreneurial journey. And that's how in 2019 this DragonFlora Farms was born. Because I was a specialist known for coffee plantations, we were working for the customized fertigation system for banana and pomegranate, which were commercial crops. And these already have a line. We saw a very beautiful presentation from Jan Irrigation, and we see on how mass scale they do some particular kind of crops, because the market and all the logistics, all the market linkage, they're all set for those crops. So it's very easy to create another banana line or some other. But then I did SWOT analysis of all the crops and everything, and then I discovered this crop which is known as dragon fruit. So when I did the SWOT analysis, because I also had an opportunity to do MBA and some other kind of professional things, so I saw a golden future in this dragon fruit, and I dedicated my life to it since 2019. Way back then, there was nobody to guide us about what is dragon fruit, how to grow it, what are good plants, what is variety. Till today, people call it red or red white, and all these names which have started coming from the so-called internet publications. 2 days back only somebody was arguing with me that, ma'am, you have given your selections, please share the name. I said, name of the variety I can share being a scientist only when I can validate it. If somebody has provided me a bill that, okay, this is Moroccan red, this is royal red, then only I can supply you with that name. Until unless I have collected from a farmer, these are my own selections, I cannot justifyly tell that this is a particular name. So I'll just share with you all the ups and downs and what a beautiful future this wonderful crop is having. So today's presentation is mainly on what are the challenges, what are the opportunities, and how each and every one in the house is a stakeholder in these kind of projects. So everybody knows that this is a nutritional powerhouse. We don't need to discuss much on it. All the reports reviewed by MD doctors and other medical reports, it is full of nutraceutical properties, anti-cancer, anti-diabetes, all those things. So over these last 10 years, there is a sharp increase in the production and the awareness among the masses and all those things due to the increasing consumer awareness, and special thanks to the COVID, when people really became over conscious about their own health. And thus there is a rising demand for the exotic fruits, not only because of being health conscious. There is a big contribution by the social media. Now we attach things, luxury. If I am consuming avocados, if I am consuming dragon fruit, I am somebody super rich. So those kind of factors are also positively helping in increasing the awareness about these kind of crops. Now if we see at a global level, when we started this journey, this map was found on internet. There was no red dot on India, but fortunately, unfortunately, this India is actually having such a good climate and all those things. So with a vision and with a mission to have a very big red spot to help enable India become a hotspot for dragon fruit, we started this company with over 6.7% cumulative growth with all these dragon fruit markets. There is a huge a beautiful thing. And now, because I am an first hand eyewitness of whatever I thought or predicted in 2019, it has it has been validated now. So India's fruit opportunity, of course, government has come forward. MIDH is providing support, and because I'm a native of Haryana, although I started the company in Pune, and it was lockdown, so I came to my native because to grow fruits I needed land and all those things. So government of Haryana was very much helpful, and our honorable DG sir, Dr. Arjun Seni was DG then. He was our mentor also, and he allocated us plots for trial in all the Indo-Israel centers, and we successfully conducted trials there. But my dear farmers were the most valuable assets to me, because a farmer cares for the crop like no scientist can do, and we found more positive results and from the farmers rather than the institutes, because they have their own limitations. So as on today, almost all, you name any state and dragon fruit is being grown there. I started this company along with my father, who is an retired Air Force personnel. So we want to see this dragon fruit as fruit of India, and we have already proven it. The gaps we started this company, like what was there in market. First of all, see, everybody is telling that fruits are nutritional powerhouse. For the security we need fruits and all, but farmer were afraid of growing the fruits. Why? Because gestation period is high, then there is declining water table, and animals have problems, so many things are there. So when we did the SWOT analysis for this dragon fruit, although it comes in the fruit category, but the characteristics which is which it is possessing, so all the themes it was covering, it is highly climate resilient crop. And we have seen the yield results in more than 17 states, because now we have supplied plants to more than 17 states, and we work with those farmers for scientific data collection. And it requires comparatively lesser water, but not for the maximum yield. That is also a very big myth which people propagate, that wherever there is less water, or in Rajasthan or somewhere, you please start to do. No, if we need in commercial production from dragon fruit, like my selections are giving as high as 20 to 26 tons per acre. So it needs, when we are taking out that much amount of fruits from particular unit of land, we need to supply equal amount of nutrient and water to it. So along with it, because it is a new crop, as everybody is concerned that if we start cultivating crops which don't have an established market, of course we will be facing the price fluctuations. So from day one we are working on all the aspects, so that whenever we are able to sell the fresh fruit, of course by till today there is no problem in selling the fresh fruits. We have demand which we are not able to fulfill, but still we got a grant under the Rabi program, and we have developed ready to serve drinks, jams and other products which are displayed outside also. So that we are working basically on the community developed and small and marginal farmers also, so that we can pool their produce, and whenever the prices are low, so that we can convert it into value added products, and we can avoid that market glut. And we have always been with the scientific approach, and we have the proprietary selections. Like when we started, the problem was with the planting material. So I traveled across all India. I collected all the available selections in India, whether it be in Maharashtra, Gujarat or Assam, anywhere. And we have a stock of more than 65 collections which we made, and some of the varieties which some other friends imported from somewhere, we also got collections from them. Apart from them, by observing them scientifically, there are two particular selections which I started promoting since last 2 years. We call them DF selection 1 and 2, and we are in process of getting them registered. When we get some kind of guidance and we are able to do that, along with that, 90% of the farms propagated by us are organic, because diabetic patients and the cancer patients are our main focus. So we advise and urge the farmers to keep the farms organic, especially in case of all the fruits, and especially this dragon fruit, because the main consumers are cancer patients and those. So the key challenges were like low farmer awareness. So we have to go use digital campaigns. We do so many things. So till now we have trained more than 25,000 farmers, and we have reached more than 17 states. And the market price, on an average, I am creating actually smart farmers. I said that people feel that they don't want to be called a farmer. We said, why can't a suit boot wala be a farmer? So I'm a full-time farmer myself, and we have our own price tags. We are managing the farms in a way that whatever is optimum for the consumer also. And for example, if somebody is taking the dragon fruit from the retail counter at 500 rupees a kg, our price is 350, because our production cost, all other overheads are very beautifully managed if we are getting 350 a kg. But still, when the farms are bigger, we are selling it at a wholesale of 200 rupees a kg also. So that way our investors money is also returned within 2 years. We are able to claim it, and now we are pooling the money to create bigger farms. And that is how we are playing our small role with our whatever small capacity we can, by providing quality planting material. The day we launched this company, we are making it in sterilized hydroponic media only. And market support we supply to all our farmers. They don't have to worry about where they will be. We make a pool of them, and we advertise on our Facebook, Instagram pages. And my farmers, they are not having any problem with marketing. And then agronomic guidance from day one, they get hand holdings, and we provide them everything right from layout, because there is whole lot of variation in when we want to establish an dragon fruit orchard. We can establish with the small budget of 4 to 5 lakhs also, and we go up to 15 lakh rupees high tech farm also. These are all the states, and we have been supplying plants to hobbyists, and we are distributing them free with the tribals and other people who cannot afford it. So we have also introduced them in the wadis, and in the pots for the urban people also. Our main the research and development focus is now on, although two selections which we have selected, they are both self-pollinated, we don't want anything. But now we have some species, like for example, yellow skin dragon fruit demand is increasing, and in that one pollination is a problem. So we need to have more scientific research and other things. We need to import more varieties to scan, so that which ones are more. So now we have proposed a project in MP. Hopefully, if we get the grant, then we'll be making a state of art setup in Madhya Pradesh now. We provide A to Z all the services, so that once a farmer get attached with us, he don't have to think about from where to get the medicines, what to do if there is a market glut or whatever. So this is all. We create awareness. We are touched with the right from the basic, those people who will be carrying it forward, right from the core hardcore rural people to the ultra modern rural people. And students come as interns, and they practice all those things, because creating a market awareness about the dragon fruit was very very big challenge till date. Because those people who have tested the dragon fruit, the imported one which comes from Vietnam and other countries, that is almost tasteless, because this is a known climatic fruit, and the fruit which we get, it comes through a sea way, and it takes almost 3 weeks. So if we pluck a non-climatic fruit in a without proper ripening stage, obviously it is not going to have any taste, and it is very very hard to convince people that dragon fruit is really tasty. So those who taste the dragon fruit from our farms, they change their mind completely, and now it is in high demand. These are the products we have made. Fresh fruits we sell, jam and RTS, many things we have developed. And region specific packages, wherever we have bigger orchards, like in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and this Haryana, Maharashtra we have. But for other states, we seek collaboration to standardize package of practices there. Till now, more than 200 local workshops have been this thing, and practically on ground, all these data are from what we keep a record every year from our own personal farmers. Minimum 3 to 5 fold increase, because this dragon fruit they are selling, mostly they are small farmers, 1 acre, 5,000 saplings. I supply them with the trellis, and they are easily able to, at a doorstep rate, they are getting 200 to 250 rupees. So getting 7 to 8 lakh rupees income is not a big deal for them. This is our journey so far. Every year we keep on increasing some collaboration with some institutes, and the list of farmers keeps on increasing. And we are exploring some other countries. We have been to Nepal, is also increasing the area under uh, this thing, and UAE is also a big market which we explored last year. So now we have started this campaign Sehat B and IB, because people want to grow fruits for nutritional security, but we have to select very wisely which fruit to go with, which is having a smaller gestation period, where there is a higher return on investment, where there is a, see, most beautiful aspect of dragon fruit which I liked as a farmer and as an entrepreneur is all other fruits they come to bearing just once, most of them, like mango, guava, other things. Guava of course 2 times, but mango, lychee, and other things. If there is some climatic factor, climatic change, or some pest attack at that time, whole year is gone. But the beauty with dragon is that it is just like, it behaves like a vegetable. Every month we get a new flush, and it keeps on yielding us. So it is a fruit, but behaves like a vegetable when it comes to this thing. So even if in the worst case, due to the climatic changes, which we don't have any control over it, so if the farmer loses 1 or 2 yields also, still he is left with the another 7 or 8 yields. So with that way, it makes it a strong candidate. Why we want to support it, and of course the nutritional benefits, when we have analyzed, it is surpassing every other fruit crop. So the sustainable and social impact which we are creating, firstly because we urge all of them, and of course we did scientific studies to compare the organic and the inorganic this, there was hardly any significant difference in the yield. So way forward for the research priorities are, we need reading programs, and for the policy, because the initial cost of establishment is very high, so governments need to come up with a better support system, although many governments have started, but that is very small amount as compared to the practical prices. And this is very close to my heart, the community based model, because most of the small and marginal farmers, so we can group them under the FPO or any other systems, and then they can do the group farming. And for a sustainable vision, so this is how, means all these practical things have come forward, that we can really build our nation very strong, because Vietnam is such a small country with this just 50,000 hectares of dragon fruit. They are king in this one, and our government has taken the very aspirational target of fulfilling it just by 2030, means we will be equivalent to Vietnam. So if we just go hand in hand with some logical steps, and to avoid whatever the pitfalls were earlier, main thing was the quality planting material and the farmer support, so that from the poor quality planting material they are getting hardly 4 to 5 tons an acre, and with our scientific things they are able to get more than 20 tons per acre. So there is a huge gap. These are all our farmers. Our plants start yielding from first year itself commercial yields, and this is how farmers are. So thank you very much for your patient hearing. There were some customer reviews. We just
Okay.
encourage some senior citizens
Sure.
and other people to taste it
Beautiful.
first time, and so now we are establishing a state of art this thing, because until unless we have that kind of infrastructure, we won't be able to supply in bulk, because it is vegetatively propagated. So mostly the farmers get misled, they will just pluck away some raw cuttings and they start establishing, but the yield from those orchards is very very less as compared to a scientifically managed. Thank you very much for your patient hearing.